Hi everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for June 16th to the 22nd, 2019. We have quite an incredible week ahead. First, I should let you know that we finished Ancestors and Wolf, which was part 3 of my 3-part introduction to the new work I'm doing. So you can access the archives page on my site. You just have to go under Offerings, Subscriptions, Soul Sister Circle, and I will be in touch about more of that in the very near future. But for our forecast, it kicks off on the 16th, which is Sunday, Mercury trining Neptune. This energy activates your creative process and intuition. You may catch yourself unconsciously drifting aimlessly, but a better use of this combination is to open to the other realms for ideas and information and play with it, free flow, see where it leads. It is not the time for pragmatic analysis, but more a time to explore the infinite possibilities available to you, as well as what's going on in your own consciousness. You may be more sensitive than usual, opening yourself to information or awareness that isn't always that readily available. Remember to keep good boundaries when quote-unquote opening like this, and if you have to be around people, try to maintain the mystical creative vibe this energy is best for. Also, on Sunday, Mercury is going to oppose Saturn. So this is interesting because we have the dreams and reality planet linking up with Mercury, how we think and process ideas, thoughts, concepts, and perceive our world in a lot of ways. So here, this is an opposition between your thoughts and your reality or your current responsibilities. It's also about your mental and physical getting integrated on some level. Are you working too hard, causing mental or physical exhaustion? Are you too stuck in idea mode, delaying actions and actual commitments? It's time to take a realistic look at your life to see where you could change your mind and your reality would naturally follow. You may find yourself asking what your truth and purpose really are, or you may be concerned about how to provide for your very basic, essential needs and why you have been constantly limited in that way. Everything can seem bleak and depressing, but it really is just the universe's way of getting your attention and helping you to focus on what really matters. You're being pushed to think of new ways to function on a practical level. You may feel like leaving a mate or partner at this time, but it's not really the best time to actually act on this impulse. Wait until this energy passes and give yourself some time to clear that negative thinking that is actually coloring your judgment at this time. If you feel this way in another week or two, then begin the plan releasing this person in the healthiest, most compassionate possible way so as not to create more karma that you will have to deal with later. What this energy is good for is giving you the ability to see what is wrong and connect to a positive, realistic way of creating change for the better. If you're still unsure about what direction to take, this energy supports consulting a person you respect, usually someone older and or more experienced, for guidance and support. We also have a big and rare activation between Jupiter and Neptune. So now here comes definitely our belief systems and the faith planet and all of what we believe to be true and possible for ourselves are getting together in a way they don't often do. And so also on Sunday the 16th, Jupiter is squaring off with Neptune. This is number 2 of 3. The first hit was in January 13th. This one is June 16th, and the final one will be fall equinox around September 21st. These two are somewhat related and seem to create a possibility for too much of a good thing. Over-idealizing, overextending, along with faith and charity in the wrong direction. The square is creating the friction that helps you catch glimpses of your reality as the illusion cracks, and hopefully it will spur you on to manifesting your ideals in practical 3D ways. By recognizing what you no longer believe, a new vision begins to emerge, though it still needs to be cultivated and nurtured. The test that squares bring push us to grow and develop in a way that moves things along. When a social planet like Jupiter hits a collective planet like Neptune, then large numbers of humans evolve around the same time. Additionally, if you have the signs activated in your individual chart, then it can become personal for you. In general, these energies coming together should help you develop a truth or belief system of your own while still creating the daily practice that will animate and support it going forward. This energy will activate your generosity of spirit, so make sure to give to those worthy of your investment and try not to be foolish, deluded, or tricked. Use this combo to expand your consciousness and practice what you preach. So the signs involved are Jupiter in Sagittarius and Neptune in Pisces. So they're both in their home signs, amplifying their individual power and message. This is the once in 12 years that Jupiter moves through Sagittarius when I give people permission to expand their vision in the biggest possible way, where you just suspend all logical linear thinking for 5 minutes and you just let your imagination run wild and think as big as you expand the vision as wide as you possibly can. That's what our monthly moon in Sag gives us a little micro dose of, and what we get a larger co-creative dose of with the Gemini Sag lunation, the full moons and new moons that fall in those signs, in this case Sagittarius, which we have on Monday, the Sagittarius full moon. So Jupiter's expanding things in the social collective realms, but also personally. So that's really important to take note of, and this infusion is once in 12 years to expand our vision of the larger story we're telling. We know what's dead and done. What is rising up in its place? What are we calling into being? Where are we pouring our resources of time, energy, and money so that this is what grows? And we're in a new zone now, so we should be dreaming up a new story, a completely new story. Squaring off with Neptune and Pisces, this is fire and water, which are both super creative but transformative. We're in a zone of purification with this, purifying and distilling our beliefs back into some original essence. It's a purification for sure. So just checking in with what you believe to be true or possible for yourself. And then here we have on Monday the 17th, the Sagittarius full moon. This month supports process and assimilation exercises. What have you learned or discovered that you now need to integrate as a true knowing or earned wisdom? If you do not integrate the changes you've been through, the choices you've made, the knowledge you've learned, and the wisdom you've earned, then they never convert from ideas to bricks in the base that supports you, that foundation of your own creation. Many will stay in overwhelm or go even deeper at this point because this much information that does not get filed or deleted will overwhelm the system. Gemini time, which is May-June every year, is a good time to review and explore the ideas, concepts, and perceptions that have been revealed over the last 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. It's good to note that next month, Cancer, the fundamentals will be up again, along with eclipses activating more changes. You are supported to review which of the ideas that come up now will actually nourish, support, and protect you going forward. Choose ideas that have life and vitality. Choose ideas that feel right from your heart center. Choose ideas that expand your life rather than limit it. Simplify, prioritize, and reallocate your resources and redirect your energy. So this full moon, the Sag full moon, is a spectacular opportunity to release anything that no longer reflects your personal truth and story, which ultimately contributes to the larger social collective story as well. As we activate our new thought patterns and recognize the incredibly new path we are on, the Sag full moon is going to shine a light on that which is no longer true before it will reveal any new truth. This full moon is a sacred opportunity to recalibrate your belief system based on the new beginning you recently initiated with the Gemini new moon on June 3rd, 2 weeks ago. What is more or less of a priority and can be released so that something of greater value can be lived, experienced, expressed? How has your thinking been liberated by a broader perspective? Based on this broader perspective, what is the anchor or cornerstone which supports and encourages you? What is worn out and ready to be released? Give it to Mama Moon. It is a great time to do a full moon ceremony of your own creation. But as I was saying, with the Jupiter-Neptune alignment, which is very rare, and then to have Mercury, which is part of the personal planet that rules our thinking and our consciousness on our lower human levels here, it's all up for this week in a very rare alignment, let's just say, so we can tap into energy that's not always available. And then you go on to the 18th, and Saturn, the reality planet, is gaining traction with Neptune, the vision. And so we have to go through these various processes, let's say. An opposition is an integration. The square is a test. We had to go through these things to get to the sextile, which is the opportunity between Saturn in Capricorn and Neptune in Pisces. This is a social and a collective planet coming together, which happens over a much longer stretch of time. However, it is still relevant for us as individuals and is a supportive energy that helps us make our dreams a reality. The last time these two danced together was in 2015-2016 in Sag Pisces. So Neptune's in Pisces for 14 long years, and I think it's about, I don't know, I want to say 8 or 10 years into it. But Saturn only spends about 2.5 years in a sign. So it was in Sag before it was in Capricorn. And that was a square and a test to grow, like we were just talking above with Sag and Pisces, the fire and water, and that purification process and the essence of truth and connectedness. Now, with the earth sign of Capricorn working with Pisces, it's more about what that earth and water can create together and build and make tangible. So the last time they danced in 2015-16 was a push to grow in our belief system and our spirituality, a push to learn and expand as an individual and still honor the whole. It was also fire and water working together, facilitating a purification of sorts. Those years got really real in a lot of ways for a lot of people. Reality versus illusion, and a growth moment where things inevitably changed. How's it been going for you ever since? So 15-16 to 19-20, we're talking 4, 5, 6 years. Now they are together activating a major opportunity and working via earth and water to create something real and meaningful for you personally. Saturn in Capricorn is restructuring our lives on many levels and revealing what we are and are not responsible for at this time, while Neptune in Pisces is reuniting us with our primordial oceanic womb-like mother, out of which all life springs and eternally bonds us together. If one life or species suffers, they all suffer. Anyway, this week's activation is really good for deepening your dedication to a spiritual practice that fills you with inspiration, clarity, and inner peace so that you can navigate whatever life throws your way. It's not too late to join Shanta's 7-day Solstice Anustan either. You can go to shantagabriel.com. I'm sure it's on the homepage. And it is the 15th to the 21st leading up. We just started. It's leading up to Solstice. And it's a powerful exercise to do. I'm just saying. And it's never too late. This is the best time to also work on your biggest dream, because Saturn helps you create a step-by-step process of manifestation and keeps you present to the work that has to be done for you to embody this new vision completely. This is an excellent time to develop your relationship to your council of elders, ancestors, and guides, and remember your magical roots. A reminder that all you need, desire, and deserve is sourced within you, and it's your job to unlock it all this lifetime and see how it all works and what it really means for your individual purpose for being here, a spirit in human form. So again, with these rare alignments all happening in 1 week, you all, this is a very powerful solstice. If you're hearing this on the audio or watching the YouTube, there's an extra link on the blog post that takes you to an article I wrote in 2016 about this Saturn-Neptune alignment then. So I put a little notation there that says that I went into more detail of the larger cycle of Saturn and Neptune altogether. So if you want to know the larger dance that they do, I think I went into much more detail in that earlier article. It too will illuminate more clues as to what you're doing and where you can gain some traction in your manifesting realms, though. This is a really good one to co-create with and consciously co-create with and set your intentions accordingly. Then on the 18th, which is Tuesday, Mercury conjunct Mars. Oh my God, this is another huge one because Mars rules who we are and what we want. And again, Mercury are our ideas and thoughts coming together with our action and passion. So, very powerful thing. So here I say I have to preface this with two things. One is when Mercury is involved, it is a relatively fast-moving energy. Two is when Mars is involved, being the lower version of power, Pluto being the higher version, reminds us that with power also comes responsibility. Now, all that said, the positive expression of this energy is that you can control your mind and direct it with passion, getting tangible results. This is a really potent initiation. This heightens your intellectual ability and mental capacity for better or worse. You will be able to clearly articulate your thoughts, and you should have quick, effective responses. If you maintain your integrity, this is an excellent time to fuel major creative expression. If this energy manifests its negative side, it can make you petty and combative, arguing over nonsense and wasting precious time and energy in ego control dramas. And if it is not coming from you, it is just as possible to be coming at you from others. So just be mindful of the energies in the air. This is the best time to put your energy, Mars, behind your thoughts, ideas, and words, which is Mercury's realm, and get creative. The power of this pairing is that they are occupying the same space, essentially energizing each other and initiating a new cycle. So then on the 19th, which is Wednesday, Mercury is going to oppose Pluto. So remember earlier in the week, Mercury opposed Saturn, and we know Saturn and Pluto are together in Capricorn doing some deep digging in a lot of different ways. But this is where I would say if we changed our thinking around our reality first, then now we can integrate the transformation that's available, or more transformative energy is available now that we've had the reality check, essentially. So this opposition is between your ideas, thoughts, and concepts and your unconscious drives. It is supporting some deep digging into the power of your mind and thoughts. How has your thinking shaped your choices over the last 6 months? Are you still operating from an old paradigm of thought? Any opposition is a chance for true integration, and we will always have to work at balancing our conscious and unconscious thinking as it affects our day-to-day choices. This could be a good time to consult with a trusted advisor or wise friend to clarify what is coming into your conscious awareness about your own self-sabotaging ideas, thoughts, or concepts. This activation supports pulling it out by the root. Often we address the symptoms rather than the true cause of our discomfort. Pluto won't allow that. It's time to go deeper and recognize your own power, the power of your heart and mind, and find that middle ground that allows you peace within and effectiveness in the world. Also on the 19th, Mars opposes Pluto because now all this Cancer energy is up, and Mars is only there every 2 years, so this is another kind of rare one, but one that has been repeated every 2 years throughout the 16 years Pluto is going to be in Capricorn altogether total. So it's kind of interesting. So we've transformed something around the Cancer-Capricorn departments in personal, individual ways that are relevant to the collective shift. So this energy is higher will versus lower will, an opposition which always brings tension and the need to balance and integrate whatever you're dealing with at this time. It's not a good time to be selfish, go it alone, or let ego lead. Something you did not consider may become obvious and force you to change in some fundamental way. You may have to decide if the path you are on at this time is really going to lead you to the destination you originally chose. If you have been clear about your desires and willing to sacrifice, work hard, and consistently, this energy will activate a turning point. You will have access to energy and passion that propels you forward when based in love and light. However, if your ego has been leading, you may find yourself at an impasse. This energy is all about power, and with that power comes great responsibility. Be very careful of abusing that power, as it will likely backfire on you. Deep breath. Mars and Pluto, opposition, this push-pull, and a balancing act that we have to do between our personal desires and the collective desires. And, ooh, that's some rich territory, y'all. Which probably is why it led to my 620 entry. Juno enters Leo. I don't usually work these in for the general public, but I think I will start. I love the asteroids. They represent our sacred feminine wisdom, which is wired into each and every one of us in a unique way, whether you're a man or a woman. Juno is known as the divine consort, or wife, and she represents what we are deeply committed to and how we honor our own commitment needs, whether personal or professional. According to my asteroid Bible, Asteroid Goddesses by Demetra George and Douglas Block, Juno describes the ways in which we face the issues of compatibility, receptivity to others, mutual sharing, trust, jealousy, possessiveness, and power struggles. Juno in the signs describes the 12 styles of relating and meeting our intimacy needs. If these needs are denied, then Juno signifies the subsequent neurotic interactions that we will experience if we're not balanced within. Juno in the houses shows where we are most likely to experience the need to relate, and in what area of life these experiences we will encounter our most important relationship lessons. Now that's the entry from the book, just the overall. But I'm saying Juno spends about 2 months in a sign and helps us recommit in that area of life. In Leo, you recommit to the heart, to being your authentic self and radiating joy, beauty, and power as you dedicate yourself only to those people or causes that are really important to your heart. She can also help us recommit to some kind of unique expression, art, music, sports, anything that you get to learn, play, and shine. As you develop that deeper sense of self that is emerging at this time, she will move into Virgo, which will ask you to get organized, grounded, and back to basics in some way. I tell you this only to suggest that over the next 4 months you have an opportunity to clarify within who you are, what you want, and what you're willing to truly commit to going forward, because once she enters Libra, it is where she will linger in retrograde, which will naturally affect our current commitments, partnerships, and relationships. Be prepared to renegotiate with ongoing relationships as they are evolving, and also prepared to have all new relationships to integrate into your life by the end of the year. Who or whatever does not survive her retrograde will be transmuted into something better. Trust your heart. So that's why I just had to add, because we're in this zone collectively. In your chart, like the book said, it describes your way of meeting your intimacy needs and relating with others, and the houses show the areas of life where your relationship lessons show up. So it's good to know, and you can probably Google it or run your chart for free on astro.com. Or you're always welcome to reach out to me, and I'll let you know where your Juno placement is if you don't already know. It's pretty easy to find. So I may start adding those in. You all can let me know if you're interested in more details on that sacred feminine wisdom, because I work with them a lot. Then we have the summer solstice celebration also on the 20th, when Shanta and I get together every year and offer our prayers of gratitude and intentions for the world and invite our communities to get together. And it's a wonderful, beautiful celebration that everyone is welcome to. It has been an incredible journey of coming together during pivotal alignments in history, as well as the annual turn of the sacred wheel of life. Over the years, we've fallen into this beautiful rhythm of blending our respective circles at winter, spring, summer, and fall. We get together to create one huge, amazing circle of like-hearted souls from all over the world, who amplify the light and contribute their prayers to the planet and for all life. You are invited to join us for the 2019 Summer Solstice celebration, when we will also weave in some eclipse mojo and honor this season of light. This is an excellent time to get a reading from either one of us, so if you can feel the energies shifting and want to co-create more consciously, email Shanta at shantagabriel.com or Kelly at karmictools.com. So that is it for the weekly forecast and one event at the end of the week. Well, Thursday night, Shanta and I will celebrate Solstice the day before, Friday's actual solstice. I have 11:55 a.m. on Friday, which is like close to noon East Coast time, is our official solstice. So I hope you will find some way to make it into sacred space over the weekend, or during the full moon at the front end of the week, or solstice on the back end of the week. Know that you are in my thoughts and prayers, and I am eternally grateful for the community that supports me, and I am so happy to serve in this way. So thank you again, and reach out if you need to. So thanks for listening. This is Kelly M. Beard of KarmicTools.com, and I'm so grateful for your time, energy, and support. Please share this with those you think would resonate, and reach out if and when you need to. Kelly at KarmicTools.com, or you can reach me through my contact page on the website. The goal of my weekly forecast is to alert you to the energies and activations that we're all experiencing and the possibilities for conscious co-creation as an individual. Awareness of the energies is the first key, but I invite you to take it to the next level by checking out my readings, telecircles, or subscriptions, which are all geared toward individual support that helps you understand your own unique blueprint. My specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. To some, working with their own cycles and patterns is a completely new and foreign concept, but there are many planetary cycles that coincide with natural life cycles that allow us to co-create in mystical as well as practical ways. I create custom tools that I have tried and tested myself for over 30 years, and I do the work alongside my circle every time. So I hope you will reach out if you feel called to dive deeper into your own soul's natural rhythm. Talk to you soon. One love.